Hi, scrapbookers. This is Megan, and I have a little layout here for you today. For this one, I wanted to kind of do a starburst effect because I really like that look and I've been seeing a lot of people doing it. So I pulled out this yellow paper and it was kind of a thin piece of paper. So this was perfect to use it for. And here I'm just kind of cutting them at different sizes and everything. And then I'm going to pull out this white, it's just a simple white piece of paper, and I'm going to start putting the different cuts on the layout. And here I have two photos. And so I wasn't too worried about the sunbursts meeting like the top edge of the paper because I knew I wanted to put the photos in the towards the where the top of the papers ended. So here I'm just going to glue down all of these papers. And I'm letting them hang off of the background papers, and I will just cut them off. So here I'm just going to use my Stampin' Up! Little scissors to cut them off. And then once I do that, I will get started on the rest of the layout. I'm going to kind of fast forward here because this is going to take a little while. Okay, so there I finished up cutting off all those ends, and now I'm going to start cutting up my photos and figuring out what I want to put behind them and how I want to mat them and everything. So I pulled out this heart paper, and it's kind of like this bronze or copper gold color, and it's got hearts on it. So I'm going to use that as my mat for the photos, and I'm going to leave a little extra on the bottom, and that's where I'm going to place part of my title. And here I'm thinking that I want to add another layer behind that, but I'm not really sure that I actually want to do that. I just thought about it. So I'm going to kind of play around with a few different papers, a few different scrap pieces of paper that I had in the kit. And I'm not really going to like any of it, so I'm going to pull out some of this Mr. Huey spray and also this Heidi Swap spray. And I'm trying to decide which one I like better. And I decide on using that Mr. Huey spray. I'm not sure what the color is. Let me see. Okay, sorry. Of course, it was the last one that I looked at. Okay, the Mr. Huey's color mist was Desert. That was the color that I sprayed. And so there I was just kind of cleaning up because when you spray it, it likes to go everywhere. So just making sure that it was all cleaned up. And then now I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. Sorry. I stepped away for a minute. Okay, so now that I'm back, I pulled out some of these Amy Tangerine cut-apart sheets, and I had this one that says, Remember Forever, and then I also pulled out this red pattern paper that was a scrap, and then I'm going to cut out this gray one that says Family Time on it, and I'm going to place that up there in the left-hand corner behind the photo. And I'm just kind of sitting here trying to think what I want to do. I'm not really sure. So I pull out these black, I think they're fancy pants letters, and I'm going to write out the title, and the title is going to be Fatherly Love. And I love these pictures because this is just how my husband is. He's just funny and silly all the time. And these pictures were pictures of Brennan, who is behind my husband on the couch. He was having a hard time waking up from his nap. He didn't want to do it. And so he was just kind of laying on the couch and just being whiny and stuff. And so my husband decided that he was going to lay down on the couch with him and just be silly and try to, cheer Brennan up a little bit. And I don't think it worked, but it did make me laugh. And so I took some pictures, and I just love remembering these silly moments with him because he's just a silly guy. So life is never dull with him. So here I am just going to glue down all of these alphas, and I'm using my Tombow Aqua glue, which I have actually really come to like. So I like the Tombow Mono glue, and that's my favorite one. But this Aqua glue, you get more in the bottle, and it's cheaper than the Tombow Mono glue. And so that's why I picked it up. I thought I would try it. And at first I didn't really like it, but I do really like it now. So I would recommend getting it if you haven't tried it, because you do get more for your money. And I love it when I can get more for my money. So I do still buy the Tombow Mono glue, though. I don't know if that's silly, but I really do like that glue. Okay, so I'm just finishing up with the title, and then I'm going to, I made this layout back in March. This was part of a Calvin Ball layout. And I don't, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I've talked about Calvin Ball a couple of times. It's a challenge that the website Get It Scrapped does every March. And it's just to challenge you to make as many layouts as you can, to do them fast and just to get as many done as you can. My goal was to do 8 layouts, and that was at the beginning of the month. And by the end of the month, I had created 50 layouts. So that was really exciting. Okay, so here I'm using these Amy Tangerine stickers. I just put 3 hearts right there next to the title. And then there was this arrow that had the word "this" on it. So I put it in between the phrase "remember forever." So now that little area right there says "remember this forever." And now here I'm just going to place down this little doily. I also have some of these Amy Tangerine flares. I'm going to use that black camera one. And then I'm going to do my journaling. And for the journaling, since there wasn't a lot of, space, I decided to do the journaling in between each one of the sun rays, or, whatever you call those. And I really like how that turns out. Like, it looks different, but I really like it. And basically, I just explained how Brennan was having a hard time waking up from his nap, and so Mark decided to, be silly and try to help him laugh. And it didn't work. So yeah, so that's what I end up doing for the journaling. And then I'm also going to put the date, which was January 13th, 2008. And on the page, I just realized as I was looking at it that I wrote 2007. So that's a whoopsie. I need to change that. And then under that, I write a lazy Sunday afternoon fun. So, and I do take up all of the spaces down here in between each one of the pattern papers. And at first I only did those 4, and then it was just bothering me that there were 2 that were left that didn't have any journaling or any writing on it. And so that's where I'm going to write the date and the lazy Sunday afternoon fun part. So here I'm going to do that. I'll have to check and see if these photos were from 2007 or 2008, because I'm pretty sure that they're 2008. But yeah, so I'll have to check that. So now here I'm just putting a background or a piece of extra paper on the back because when I use the white paper, it's just not very sturdy. And so I want to make sure that it's, you know, sturdy and everything. So that is the end of my layout. So here are some photos for you to look at. And I will be back tomorrow with episode layout. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.